Good morning, everybody. Today, we're going to look at some of the things that you do every day. Well, what are some of the things you can do? Can anybody tell me? That's right. The first thing you do is you wake up. So we have a first image over here. We see a young lady. She's just getting up from falling asleep at night. She slept all night long. So she has what is this? Can anybody tell me? Very good. It's a clock. So yes, wake up.
Wake up.
So that's the first vocabulary words you're going to learn. Now, once you've gotten up, you've awakened. Awaken means you were no longer sleeping. Well, we have to. Can anybody tell me?
Get up.
That's right. You can get up. So you get up out of bed. So here's her bed, and you see she's waking up and she's getting out of bed. What does she do next? Well, she goes into what's the room where we make food? Anybody? That's right, a kitchen. You guys are very, very good. So what is she doing?
Have breakfast.
She's having breakfast. Yes, so to have breakfast. Do you guys have breakfast in the morning? That's right, you do. And a good breakfast starts with, oh, well, there's many things. You could have some cereal, eggs, milk, toast, a piece of fruit. Fruit is any kind of fruit. Citrus fruit. Citrus fruits are like oranges and not apples, oranges and pineapples and um, grapefruit. Not everybody likes grapefruit, do you? I do, but not everybody does. So you have breakfast. And then after you've had your breakfast, you have to do something. It's like washing your teeth, but we call it
Brush my teeth.
perfect. You brush your teeth. Exactly. So she's using a toothbrush and some toothpaste. So she's brushing her teeth. And then after that, she decides she wants to, if you don't want to take a shower or a bath, you want to,
Wash my face.
perfect. You wash your face. So we see her here. She's washing her face. We all do that in the morning. We wash our face. I hope so. Then we do something with our hair. What do we do with our hair?
Comb my hair.
If you use a comb, you comb your hair. If you use a brush, you brush your hair. A brush has a lot more of those little things that are out there to brush it, to get rid of the knots and the tangles that we have in our hair, especially when we have long hair. So yes, you comb or brush your hair. Once you've done that, sometimes you might want to take, like I said, a shower or a bath. You may take it in the morning or in the evening. But after that, what do? You put on your clothes. Clothes are things like your t-shirt, your pants, your underwear, and all those things, socks, and so forth. We call it
Get dressed.
get dressed. Perfect. Hey, you guys are excellent. I have to admit that you guys are really, really good. Then once you've done that, now you're asked sometimes to fix your bed so that it's like we call it,
Make the bed.
that's right, we make the bed. So to do the bed or to make the bed means you're cleaning that area and you're making sure that your blankets are properly put on the bed, your pillow is properly done, and so forth. And if you don't do it, mom or dad does it, right? Great. Hey, you guys are really good. But then after that, what do you do? Usually you can walk there, you can take a bus there, or mom and dad drive you there. You can even ride a bicycle in the summer, but not in the winter. It's a little cold for that. This is somewhere you go to when you want to learn things.
Go to school.
That's right. You go to school. Wow, you guys are really, really good. So we can see her here. She has her backpack and her backpack has all of her books that she uses for school and her pencils and pens and erasers and so forth. Now, the last image we have here, when you go to school, you have to arrive. Arrive means getting there. So you
Arrive at school.
arrive at school. There's sometimes a welcome sign, sometimes there isn't, but that's when you get to school. Sometimes you have to climb some stairs, sometimes you go directly into the school. You guys are excellent today. We're going to continue a little later on with something else, but I want you guys to learn these new words. So, wake up is something you do in the morning. The alarm clock goes off. The alarm is that little noise that your clock makes to make sure you wake up. And then you get up and you get out of bed. So you get up, you stretch. Yes, you do. You stretch. And then afterwards, you go into a room, which is the kitchen, and you have breakfast. Breakfast is the food that you eat in the morning. Now, remember, you can have breakfast in the morning, you could have lunch around noon, and then in the evening, you'll have supper or dinner. We call it either one is fine. So it's the food you eat. And there are many things you can have for breakfast. Then, after you've eaten, you want to clean your teeth. So we brush your teeth. We use toothpaste and we put it on a toothbrush. Notice the word tooth. Tooth is these things that we use in our mouths, right here, the white little things that we have in our mouths. Those are the things that we try and keep. And we brush them to make sure we have clean and healthy teeth and gums. Afterwards, you may wash your face. So once you've washed your face, some people will actually take a shower or a bath. What's the difference? In a bath, you sit down and water just stays in the tub and you wash yourself that way. Or you have a shower where you usually stand under the shower and the water comes on you and you wash yourself, or mom and dad help you. Then, once you're done, you want to make sure your hair is nice and neat. So we either comb it by using a comb. A comb is a long little thing and it has little teeth in it, and we usually use it to comb our hair. Or we use a brush, which has what we call bristles. Bristles are those little pointy things that we brush through our hair. Now, I know I have long hair, so when I brush my hair, sometimes it hurts because I have knots. And sometimes for people who don't have long hair, well, it won't hurt them so much. Then, once I've combed my hair, what do? You put your clothes on. We call it get dressed. And the clothes are the things you put on, like a t-shirt or a sweater when it's winter, a pair of pants, a skirt, even a dress, or socks, underwear, and so many other articles that we use. Now, once we're done, we usually make our bed, or we do the bed. It's one of the two. You can choose either one. To make the bed means let's clean up our bed. Make our bed nice and clean. And if it's not us, mom and dad do it, right? And then you go to school. Once you've done all that, you take your books, you put them in your book bag or your backpack, and you go to school. And once you get there, we call it arrive at school. Arrive means to get there. So you arrive at school, and what do? Well, if you have a jacket, a coat, boots, things like that, you take them off, right? And often you have something called a locker. A locker is where you put your clothes and your books that you do not need right away, and you come and get them later. And then you go into your classroom, you sit down, and you learn things with your teacher. So now that we've looked it in, does anybody have any questions whatsoever? None? Oh, you guys are really, really good. I think you guys can do this. We're going to look at some other words in just one moment.